All right, so we are live, I guess, apparently. I don't need to speak as loudly, I think, because there's not as much background noise. You'll notice two things on this Tech Tuesday live show for, what is it? November 21st?
2 days before Thanksgiving, that's all I know.
2 days before Thanksgiving. You'll notice two things. One, we're not in the barn light. We're directly above the barn light.
That counts.
Chops, so we're close. We could connect to their Wi-Fi, though it's not ideal. And second, there's a person sitting next to me that I don't think you've probably seen before. So, what's your name?
Hey, guys.
And what are you doing? Why are you on my show?
Yeah, well, so my name's Ross Kanaga, and I work at NEDCO, Neighborhood Economic Development Corporation. We're Oregon's oldest community development nonprofit.
Nice.
And we're one of the 5 Mozilla grantees in this the first round.
Yeah, awesome. So, yeah, you all probably know what's going on with the Mozilla thing. Right, there were 5 grantees. You were one of them. Redefining Women in Tech was one of them. We had Lauren on the show last
great.
week.
Oh, wonderful.
Talking about that. And so we are huge supporters of our Mozilla grantee folks. It's an awesome opportunity.
It's awesome. Mozilla is in Eugene. I mean, there's only there's less than 5 cities in the nation that they're in. I mean,
it's less than 5.
We're the chosen ones.
Yeah, we are the chosen ones. So we'll get to what you're doing.
Okay, great.
A little later. But what again was the name of the organization?
Yeah, so NEDCO, Neighborhood Economic Development Corporation, which it's a nonprofit, but it's a CDC, which is a economic development term. Okay. And we're probably I like to say we're one of the best kept secrets of nonprofits in Eugene, Springfield. We've been in the community. We started in the Whitaker neighborhood back in the 70s. A lot of projects, we did a lot of historical preservations and neighborhood development projects then.
Nice.
But now we do a ton of work in supporting, on an individual level, we support people build towards financial wellness and building assets. So we work with a lot of people who are starting businesses.
Nice.
We work with people who are buying a home for the first time.
Cool.
We've started projects like Sprout. I don't know if you're familiar with Sprout in Springfield.
Yeah.
So that was a community economic development project with a food systems lens. So we do a lot of macro projects, but we also do a lot of work with just individuals trying to grow to kind of that next thing.
Yeah,
and specifically, the grant is around our youth work. We do a lot of youth financial wellness work for more vulnerable youth populations.
Yeah. So I mean, let's just get into it. So what is your grant? What are you going to be doing with Mozilla's money?
So you guys all know that just the financial. The financial products, financial industry is changing incredibly right now, and just as individuals, we interact, mostly with our phones, and so it doesn't matter what economic background you come from. If you are somebody 16 to 20. You've got a phone, and so from our lens, you've got tools right at your fingertip that can support you building strong financial habits, and so we're using Mozilla grant money to support our effort kind of making our programming, I would call it more 2.0,
nice.
Meeting youth where they're at. The youth that we're working with have unique challenges that some of us may not have. Some of them have been in the foster care system. Some of them have had their credit already kind of dragged through. Before they even become 18. So there's unique challenges that they face, and yet they have the they have the tech at their fingertip to support them kind of work towards positive steps. And so we're going to. We're basically going to take our kind of programming to the 2 level, meet them.
So it's like you kind of, so from what I understand,
kind
of what you're saying is you already have this kind of financial well-being, financial knowledge kind of lesson plan or programming or something like that, but it's in a book or something.
Yeah, it's like classes. So it's classes, it's counseling, it's a lot of paper-based stuff.
And so the purpose of the Mozilla grant for you is to make that into some sort of app or online experience, some kind of mobile experience that is, will work for the kids. Is that, am I?
Yeah, that's definitely a piece of it. I mean, I think a big piece of it, we're still going to have classes, but we want the classes to be a lot more tech based. So like, one thing that we're going to do is actually, purchase a handful of tablets so that they can engage in some of these tools in, right there in class, instead of just saying like, hey, this is something that you can do if you, on your own time. But like, but personal finances, people don't want to like spend time outside of class all that often. So like, why not spend the time that we have with them actually setting in tools and systems in place so that they can, not automate it completely, but they have kind of like, they have ecosystems that they can possibly utilize for the rest of their life. So whether it's, credit, whether it's, savings, whether it's, a lot of these folks don't even have bank accounts. Whether it's, just spending plans, budgets, we'll do it all. So
nice. That's really cool. It's always really awesome to hear about the Mozilla, especially the Mozilla grants. The winners, they're doing fantastic things. All of them, you of course included. It's amazing. But I guess my last question is going to be how. If I'm watching this and I'm interested in what you're doing, how can I get involved? How can I help out?
Yeah, well, so we have like a ton of volunteers. If you're like an industry expert in what you do, like, give me a call. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are tech folks out there, so we're wrestling with how can, like a lot of the things you were talking about, Josh. How can we basically take our programming to be more blended? So maybe app-based, that's a little bit more down the line, but definitely have more of an online component. So if that's something that you have skills in, would love to hear from you. If you are in the financial service, community, that's another. You could be a resource to our classes as well. So, lots of different ways to get engaged with NEDCO. Probably the biggest way is just to tell your friends about it. I mean, NEDCO. We've beyond the youth work. We're helping people starting their businesses. We're helping people with buying their first homes. Like we've got down payment assistance. Nice. A lot of these youth engage in a savings match program, so they're taking the financial literacy, and then they'll actually be saving for like a car or something. Cool. And there's state grants to support them build towards that. So just tell your friends about NEDCO. That's good enough.
Sweet. So. Thank you.
Great.
For being on the show.
Thanks for having us, Josh.
Thanks for visiting us up here. And agree. Just little background. We were planning on having a special guest today.
This was just.
And then you and Craig from Mozilla just like popped up, decided to say hi, and special guest.
Yeah. Spontaneous, It's
pretty sweet.
Okay.
So, and it was NEDCO?
NEDCO. NEDCO.
NEDCO.
NEDCO.org.
There will be some links, of course, in the comments and the description. We'll get that figured out. And thank you very much for being on the show. Don't forget to take off your mic there.
Okay.
It will trip you up.
Thank you.
If you could, go grab the tall ginger Sasquatch over there.
Okay.
And we'll continue the show. But again, thank you very much for being on. Mark.
Oh, okay. I think it's your turn. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, surprise special guest. That's always fun. When we get to, I normally like to write out questions, at least these days. But we get the chance to. Somebody found a keytar. It's a Xbox controller. Cool. That's pretty rad. Gotta say.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing, my friend?
Doing very well. How are you doing?
Always a pleasure to see you.
Absolutely.
Especially on a Tuesday. This thing's a little dusty. When you're doing the live show. Oopsie. This doesn't actually make noise. But it's a MIDI controller as well.
Oh my goodness, it is.
And it also hooks up to the Xbox. I think this was for...
Yeah, because Xbox is I think it's wireless tech. I don't know if it's Bluetooth or not.
What was the name of that game?
Keyboard Hero?
Yeah, no, it was like Rock Band.
Yeah.
Right? And so there was microphones. There was fake plastic guitars. But this is actually the keyboard attachment. Man, this thing's in bad shape. But and this is like the wah-wah. You could like bend the thing and do whatever.
That's pretty spectacular.
Anyway, we don't even have an Xbox here, but we've got this.
We have a guitar, so we have.
How was your
everything
special
we need.
guest? Impromptu special guest. How'd that work out?
Excellent. It's always a really good time hearing about what's going on in the Mozilla world and in the Mozilla Grant world.
Yeah.
I know I get a lot of emails, CC.
Yeah, there's lots of activity
a lot
right
of
now.
activity going on right now because right now is kind of like the actual grant funding phase hasn't begun yet, has it?
I don't know where they're at, but I know everybody's in discovery phase right now. They're looking to, they're putting their programs together. I've been seeing
so there's a lot of
packages
action.
coming together.
A lot of action
and
going
I think
on right
it
now.
extends through, it extends through like February,
Yeah.
I think. So January, February, there's going to be a lot of events.
Absolutely.
Different things going on. And so I'm sure we'll have lots of special guests.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a
we're
good time.
we're trying to be involved with that
Yeah.
as well because we do all the video streaming stuff.
Yep.
And that's kind of a component, and like so, Code Shop. We're in Code Shops right now.
Code Shops.
We're on the Fiverr.
Yep.
And a lot of people are on the Fiverr now.
We got that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and
It's a good-
all the schools are hooked up now.
Yeah, but Access Media and then those folks, they've been doing a really good job, I think, just spreading out the love with the internet. They've been working
Well, yeah,
on
there's
that.
all sorts of there's all sorts of stuff. If you're Fiverr curious, there's Eugene, and so there's Facebook places to go to check that out. TAO's involved, Access Media's involved. I don't know. There's just a bunch of. It's a big topic.
Yeah.
You're either in the I don't have it yet, pitchforks and torches, or you're in the OMG, this is the best thing ever. Thank you so much for Fiverr. So hopefully everybody will get it eventually.
Yeah.
But it's rolling out, and it's an interesting conversation.
It's rolling out, which is really cool. But let's we got a fairly short show today.
Let's do it.
It's Thanksgiving week, so Thanksgiving's in a couple days, and so
Happy Thanksgiving if I
happy
don't
Thanksgiving.
see you.
But kind of out of order here. Let's talk about jobs.
Jobs.
We got some jobs.
So many jobs. There's 2 jobs right now. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. You'll get to them.
We'll get to them. Yes.
I happen to know about some jobs.
So first, the Lane County Sheriff's Office is
Awesome.
hiring a network coordinator, which
Right
is
on.
pretty sweet.
And the University of Oregon is looking for an ETL developer.
Whatever that means.
Extra, totally
Legit.
legit. ETL? It's not to be confused with FTL.
Yes.
That's faster than light.
It's a great video game.
And a video game.
It's a good video game. Feynman Group, they are looking for a test lead and a network technician second level.
And the Bethel School District is looking for a desktop support technician.
Yeah. So what were the 2 jobs you wanted?
Well, I work at CBT Nuggets.
You work at CBT Nuggets.
And
Mark
I-
works at CBT Nuggets.
I do, and I was looking at the careers page today.
Oh, yes?
Because I'm trying to hire somebody who's a C# XAML person to help me out on my particular project. But I saw that there's other stuff in there too.
Oh.
And so
is
there's like Android. They're looking for an Android mobile developer.
Android
there's
dev.
like a product owner in there. There's a sales thing in there. Looked like there's about half a dozen things in there.
Nice.
So CBD Nuggets / careers, I'm sure.
Yeah, because I know that Michael with UGTechJobs.com.
Yeah.
Go to UGTechJobs.com, subscribe to the newsletter. You really should. It's a great time.
Michael Hess.
I know that what he does is he will only post, and I think this is good for his blog at least,
Yeah.
is he'll only post new job posts. Right.
Right, so if they're hanging
so you
out
only
there.
get new stuff if you
Yeah.
subscribe. If you still do probably want to check out, like especially if there's certain companies you're looking at, like larger companies, CBT, Symantec, some of these larger companies that have bigger careers pages.
Yeah.
You definitely want to still be visiting those.
And when you say
because-
subscribe, is that like you go to the EugeneTechJobs.com.
You go to EugeneTechJobs.com, and there's an email list.
Or you can join the email list.
Join the email list. Pop your email in there. Get that email every Monday night, Tuesday morning.
I never signed up. Did you sign up?
Yep, I signed up.
All right.
It's nice. It appears in your inbox. It's really lovely.
Is it well formatted, or is it just like text?
It's basically a link.
It's a link. Oh, nice. Click here. Because he does a good job on the blog. He puts like a graphic element up there.
It's pretty
and I
good.
think he actually does the graphics himself.
Yeah,
and
it's really good.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
And an editor.
So that's the jobs for today. We'll do the switchboard picks. So
Do we have sound effects yet? See, because we can do we have a window now, so we can go. Isn't that a thing from like Letterman or whatever? He would throw the.
Oh yeah, he's just like throw it over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, we got actually a few switchboard picks today. So first, got this from Mob Marley.
Marley.
I'm not sure that's his real name.
I've seen this pseudonym flying around. Yeah.
Not sure that's his real name, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Just basically talking about what the University of Oregon Art and Technology is. So it's like, from my understanding, it's like a club kind of thing. Like a U of O club, like associated with the U of O.
Arts and Tech.
Yeah, and it exists in order to provide art and tech majors with resources, opportunities, advice, and a sense of community. They've been around for actually a little bit.
Okay.
I kind of looked into them, looked at kind of their history, see what they do.
Didn't they just have a show last weekend or something?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure
There
what's
was a
exactly
show.
going on. But they look like they kind of do some kind of neat stuff. So if you're in the art and technology, if you're an art and technology major, probably with specifically with U of O, but I mean also with Lane or any of the other schools around here, and you're interested in kind of what's going on.
Well, I think they made a Facebook page.
They do have a Facebook page. If you go
Is it a community group thing, or is it a page?
I don't know. They're very similar, but very different in very specific ways.
Because the trick is with some of the stuff that happens on the university, it's student only.
Yeah.
And so watch out for that when you're
watch out
signing
for
up
that,
your
but,
stuff. And don't be sad if
Yeah.
if it's collegiate only. That's just the way it rolls.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but do go onto the Switchboard, check out that post. University of Oregon Art and Technology. Links to all the things are on there. We'll look at this one. We're going to move on to the next Switchboard post. Let's see here. Colabo Software should have had a person put them, whatever. They're looking for, I know people like Mike Jones and those folks, are looking for an animator to generate a fun little visual for 6 to 10 seconds while software is loading. I know they're still looking for this because
nice.
Mike Jones, I believe,
Really?
if I'm remembering correctly, I made a Facebook post that I saw
Okay. Yeah.
about still needing this. So if you are an animator willing to make 6 to 10 second
GIF?
software, send 6 to 10 second software loading cute little animation things.
Yeah.
They have a few ideas and they want your creative juices.
Awesome.
They're at Rain, or you can contact sales@colobos.com. Of course, details in the switchboard.
Right on. Oh, and pro tip: both of these posts, one's a pseudonym and one's a company name. The switchboard is all about people, and so when you sign up, just sign up as yourself and say, "Hi, I'm Mark, and I work at Code Shops," and blah blah blah. You don't have to sign up as your company. It's actually not.
Yeah.
So
just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about a couple of things. So Lauren made a couple posts on the switchboard. One post she made like a month ago.
Yeah.
Pretty much a little bit more than a month ago. However, it like changed up a little bit. So she asked me to re-mention this event.
Sure.
So I'm doing that because Lauren's awesome.
Is this the Kiki event?
Maybe. I think so. So it looks like the Mind Hack, broaden your perspective on diversity and inclusion. Remember that event? It was going to be at the...
there was a collision, so they delayed this one.
Yeah, it was going to be at the U of O thing.
It was going to be at the Innovation Summit.
At the Innovation Summit.
But it was conflicting with the Innovation Summit. Like, it wasn't going to be part of the Innovation Summit. And so not to steal all of the audience from the Innovation Summit for this, they graciously moved it.
Yes, and so it's going to be Kiki Potsman of Code.org. She'll present a fun and engaging workshop that'll broaden your horizons on the topic of inclusion and diversity. It's going to be a great event. It'll be the 29th, so next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. We'll, of course, talk about the event again next week in our events section.
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. A week from tomorrow is when that'll be.
And that'll be at Rain, and I think we're going to be streaming it.
Probably, yes.
But you should go anyway.
Probably, absolutely. You should go anyway.
Kiki's an amazing speaker. We're really lucky to have her. She's homegrown. She used to do Tinkersmith. It was coding stuff for kids. And it was so successful that she got picked up by Code.org, who is famous for doing the Hour of Code, and we've been participating in that for years. And she does that, and she's an author of a couple of books, and so she's all about it. And so this is going to be a for real deal, awesome event.
Yeah,
and
really
not to be missed.
Not to be missed. And then our final Switchboard post for today: Junior Achievement Classroom needs volunteers. So, Lauren, thank you for posting this today. It was just posted, just fresh off the presses, ink's still warm.
Yeah.
Junior Achievement of Oregon and Southwest Washington is looking to fill a few classes in January and February. They're looking for volunteers to help teach classes at the Kelly. So it's like, so when I say teach classes, I don't mean you're not signing up to be like a full-time teacher or anything. It's just like I think like 4 to 5, 30 to 40 minutes sort of lessons.
They have a curriculum already set up.
Yeah.
You just have to volunteer to do it.
So they need people for Kelly Middle School in January, Mount Vernon Elementary for the first grade starts in January, Spring Creek Elementary, the second grade, starts in January, Aubrey Park, their first grade class, that'll be in February, and Howard Elementary, their third grade class, that lesson will start in
So it's like
February.
a whole season. And so who are they looking for? They're looking for tech people, or looking for anybody? What kind of qualifications do I need to do this?
Let's see.
Am I asking you questions you couldn't possibly know?
Yeah, you're asking questions that I don't know. However, I will let you know that on the switchboard, there are some links.
Links on the switchboard.
And so if you want to follow those, if you're curious, if you're a volunteer curious, follow those links, and they will take you to
And it's
where you need to
Junior
go.
Achievement Classroom volunteers, not to be confused with the Big Lebowski Little Urban Achievers. That's a totally different thing.
Of course. That's an easy
These
mistake to make.
These are Lane County Junior Achievers.
Yes.
Totally different.
Yep. And so that is our Switchboard picks for today.
Yay, Switchboard.
Yay, Switchboard. We're going to move on to the events. We don't have very many events. This is it. This is what we
Well,
got.
thank
We got 2
goodness,
pages.
because it's the holidays.
It is the holidays.
This is a week for not going to events.
Yes.
Except for Tech Tuesday, which is happening right now.
It's happening right now.
And next Tuesday, too, I hear.
Yeah. It's happening next Tuesday, too.
That's awesome.
So it's just happening.
You know what's become a thing, too, is Game Pub.
Yeah.
Folks are showing up at Game Pub on
Tuesdays at
Tuesday
5.
as night. So
Game
it's
Pub opens every night at 5,
Yeah.
and then go there.
And so there's Tech Tuesdays at the Barn Light.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pub's at the Game Pub. Mm-hmm. It's like a block away. And
Not even a block away. It's just like right there.
It's so close. We could show it to you
We could. We could literally show it to you.
with a mirror.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
so
but so
sorry,
people
I jumped ahead.
That's all good. People meet at Game Pub on Tuesdays to play video games, and you should too, because video games are fun. They're
Yeah.
enjoyable. So, well, let's just go with it. Wednesday, tomorrow, Game Start at Coffee Meetup. I'm going to be there. It's at 9 a.m. on the Barn Light, right beneath our feet.
Every Wednesday at the Barn Light.
Every Wednesday at the Barn Light. It's always a good time. We're going to be talking about some Glimmer stuff.
Awesome.
Talking about some Glimmer stuff on T-shirts.
Oh,
And
I'm super excited about that.
And we're just
Like if
really,
I had a logo on my shirt, it would
Yeah.
just be like it would turn me into like a snowman.
yeah,
or a
and so we're
unicorn or a
really excited
narwhal.
about that, and you should be too. But we'll tell you about it later. So have fun not having that knowledge in your brain. Thursday is Thanksgiving, so nothing's happening on Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So technically,
Well, you know
the
what's
game-
also Wednesday.
what's also
Shout out to the Barn Light. It's their 5-year anniversary. And they're a huge supporter. We typically do the show there.
Yeah.
It gets dark this time of year, And so we're doing the show up here tonight at
Really,
Code Shops.
we're doing the show up here tonight because we felt like doing the show up here. I mean,
Yeah,
really,
there's no reason.
don't need a reason.
You don't need an excuse, but it's their 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
They're super awesome people,
Absolutely.
and they're showing their awesomeness by like having like free or cheap coffee or something. So come by. The Barn Light all day tomorrow is customer appreciation, 5-year anniversary. Happy fun times.
That's really awesome. Thanks for bringing that up. That was really, it's good. That's good. But yes, Thursday Thanksgiving. No, stay home. Friday, I guess technically open hack night. Maybe.
Technically, I wouldn't think that anybody would show up, but you never know.
Never know. But technically, that's a thing that's happening. That happens every Friday at 6 p.m.
These are like the always things. Do we have anything that's not an always
Nope.
thing? It's all the always
All
things.
the always things. Well, Monday we do. Because Monday, the Portland Virtual Reality Meetup is meeting up.
Portland VR
Portland VR.
with like
they will
200
be,
people.
Yeah, they will be exploring social space and human relationships within VR.
Wow.
As deeply social creatures, it is important to explore how VR will affect us in our relationships. There's going to be 3 fantastic presentations talking about it. If you want to know more, go to the event page on Meetup or Facebook or wherever.
And I think
your
it's all.
event
I think
stuff
it's
is.
all ladies presenting as well.
Nice. That's
that
really
true?
cool. I don't know. I have no idea.
May or may not be.
May or may not be, but I mean,
But yeah,
it's
I've-
always a good time at that event. It's a super popular event.
Yeah.
RSVP, if you're reading this, it might already be too late to RSVP because it fills up.
It totally sells out. Yeah.
So that's happening Monday. It'll be happening. I guess I don't know when or where. I don't know when or where.
You can find it online. You can find it on the Meetup. You can find it.
Meetup
on,
changed their format, so I'm not used to it. So I messed that up. Oh well. And then so that's Monday. Tuesday, so the 28th. Let's see here. Open Hack Night. Or not? Yeah, Open Hack Night, 6 p.m. Tech Tuesday, 5:30 p.m.
Now you're talking about next week.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Awesome.
We're already on Tuesday.
Good.
And then the Eugene Cybersecurity Group's having their Cybersecurity Monthly Meetup at 6:30 p.m.
Oh, where are they going to have it?
Right here.
Right here at
Like
the
literally
Code
right
Shops.
here. There's probably going to be like somebody sitting
Oh,
right
well, this
where
will
I'm
be
sitting
interesting.
right now.
What time is it?
6:30.
So we better be done with the show at 6:30 if
Yeah.
we're going to be doing it out of here.
Yeah, we're about on time, so it's good.
Cool.
And then
They always feed you too.
Yeah,
The
yeah, they always
cybersecurity.
got- they always
It's
got
a really.
lots
It's
of-
actually a really good one.
Yeah,
Like
really.
they do the thing and they project and it's very
Yeah.
they're
Very
scripted
well put
and
together.
they got food
and they got they got way too much food for the amount of people that goes to that event.
There's
So
always extra food.
there's always a ton of food. So
Very generous.
they're very generous.
Very
it's really
generous
good.
meetup.
And then in Veneta, for our Veneta friends, Eugene Speedfield Startups is putting on their open hours for Veneta in the Veneta Small Business Center at
What time
4
is that?
p.m.
4
p.m.
to 7 or something like that.
Something like that.
Alrighty, 4 o'clock.
That's it.
All right, cool. So should we like sing a little song to bring everybody bring this together?
No.
Okay, maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Bye.
See ya.